Hi, Genki Call here with the Wisdom in Dreams World event for the week of June 21st, 2021. Before I start, I want to give you the scoring, which is Vine Martin is worth 4 tracks, Snowy Owlbear is worth 6 tracks, Forest Troll worth 7, Rhinogore worth 8, Umber Wolf worth 10, and the Werestag is worth 2 antlers. Each track is worth 1 point and each antler is worth 10 points. The battles will drop a variable number of tracks and antlers, so you're going to get some variety in how many points you get here, which is, I always enjoy that. So let's talk about teams. I have 4 put together. I've done just a tiny bit of testing with them. I don't know how great they are and how they're going to do in battle. I will show you that I have bought only 2 tiers, and I will go ahead and equip that in a minute. But first, let's talk about my first team here. I've got some really good bonuses on this team because elemental, and these are both elementals and goblins, and another elemental. So let me show you the bonuses I've got here. 4 unique green troops. Of course, if you don't have the pets, you're not going to have the buffs. This is one of the reasons why having pets is so important. So, as far as the weapon goes, the Garland staff is one of my favorites. There are several of my favorites here. I really love the Fire Ruby staff. The Essence of Evil is wonderful. Summer's Wonder I've never used, but it would be actually quite good with this team. Wait, not this team. This doesn't have Fae. But Summer Wonder is always good. So you have lots of choices if you don't have the Garland staff. Fundingus will get me some mana. He blows things up, and I don't have him traded because I don't really care about his traits. I'll do it when I get to a point that I need to, but right now I don't care. King Gobtruffle is, of course, amazing. He loops. He was nerfed last year, but he's still great. Haven't noticed much of a difference with him. And the nice thing about King Gobtruffle is he's feeding all of them with green, and he's filling, I can't speak, he's also filling up Willow's mana with the brown that he creates. And so we've got damage to all enemies with Willow, and I could put Willow up front really, but I'm going to stick with this. Now on class, there are 3 classes that I would recommend. First is Archer, second is Orb Weaver, and third is Shaman. I have the first 2 already completely leveled up to 100 over here. I'll show you the reason I'm going with Shaman is not just because I need to level it and it has Nature's Aura, the Leaf Storm. It has Root Trap. It has the Wall of Vines for all green allies gain 5 armor. I mean, this is just going to be really useful for my team. In the description box below, the team code I give you has Archer, not Shaman. So if you want Shaman, you'll have to change it manually. Okay, let's go ahead and I'll show you this team and how it goes. Okay, we'll go ahead and do that. Let's see, Badge of Dawn. This boosts skull and spell damage, which is always nice. And then I'm going to go ahead and I'm just going to throw a couple of these in. You know what? For the video, I'm going to put these in because the medals of Nisha are hard to get, and a lot of you probably don't have any. So I'm just going to put in medals of seasons, and we'll go with that for these battles. Valraven! Love this staff. I should show you the upgrades on it, but look, we're all barriered just like that. It's just so great. I just love it. And explode. Kaboom! Let's throw this one off again. Oh, fine. So I might move things around in this team a little bit, just so that we can maybe move Gobtruffle up a space. We'll try that in the next battle. Just to make things a little bit more efficient. I love to have things done quickly and efficiently. That's just my way of doing things. So let's go ahead and try that. See how that goes, and then we'll try the next team. Alright, if you don't have Fundingus, there are a couple of options that you can choose from. A Fundingus, can't remember. I think he's a legendary. Maybe? Is he a legendary? I cannot remember. But if you don't have Fundingus, you'll see in my other teams I use a different mana generator, things that explode stuff. So you can pick and choose from these 4 teams I'm going to give you and see what works best for you. One of the other choices that I put together for getting mana was Explodestool, and that is also, of course, a goblin. So that would be a good choice for this team if you don't have Fundingus. And the Explodestool you get from a Manathrax down in the underworld. Okay, that is my first team. Let's go for the second team. And that is... here we go. Rowanne. Now, the only weapon that I could find that boosts armor is the Prismatic Orb. And this is something that you don't have to craft. It's something you get just by playing the game. But, you know, it's a mana generator. It gives armor to Rowanne to help her hit harder. This is probably going to be a really fast team. I've got Fundingus here also. Tuliao. She's also a mana generator, so we may have more mana than we need here, but what we really want is to get Rowanne going, and if you have some metals with her, she can probably go really far even without getting boosted on her armor. So I haven't tried out this team. I have no idea whether it's any good or not. Kapow! There we go. Oh, yep, she does need to be boosted with my 1 badge, but I'm thinking that you get at least a medal in there, she's going to be pretty powerful in here. So we'll do one more with Rowanne. Do the Were Stag here, the one that gives the most points. Isn't he pretty? Ah, I love that artwork. Alright. You go ahead and hit me, Raven. I don't care. Oh, well, fine. Well, that works too. Kaboom! Alright. The next 2 teams I'm going to show you have Mythics in them. So, I am a big fan of Arachnaean Weaver. And this is a different setup for me. I've never used this team before. So we've got the Arachnaean Weaver. If he kills one of the enemies that he hits, he explodes things, creates mana, and he has the most powerful summons in the game currently. Then we've got the Fire Ruby Staff. This is one of my favorites. Oops, let me show you the upgrade since we're here. You enchant yourself. That is very, very helpful. And then Deep Huntsman, which you get from Eldrazi down in the underworld. And this is another one to get us some mana. And, you know, cursing and webbing the first enemy, that doesn't suck. And then he also summons a spider if he dies. 100% chance if you've got him traded. And then King Avelorn, he does damage to all enemies. He summons, and all elf allies start with 50% mana. So there are 3 classes that you can use to make you an elf. You can go monk, you can go orb weaver, or you can go with archer. I'm going with monk because I've already done the task for 4 wins with archer class. And as I said earlier, archer and orb weaver are already at 100% for me, and I need to buff up the monk and get up to 100 on that here eventually. So I don't know how good this team is. I have not tested it, but we'll do a couple of battles here and see how it works. I love it. They're dead already. I love efficient teams. Umberwolf. How much is Arachnaean? 46 true damage, so we're still going to be one-shotting with the Arachnaean Weaver here. Get rid of that old Raven before he can run away. Yeah, you can hit me. I've got a barrier. I don't care. Oh, I forgot about my badge. It's boosting things, so it's not exactly what it says it's going to do. That's why. Okay. Let's do one more with that, and then I'll show you the next team that I've got with a mythic. Let's see. This again. That. And the last team that I have got for you at the moment is this one. Now the Facestick I chose simply because it'll pick up the brown mana, and I'll show you what it does here. It will help get me extra mana when I use it because it's going to be exploding things. Here are the upgrades for it. Okay, and then we have the Explodestool, which I mentioned earlier. Not as efficient as Fundingus, but that's okay. It's still blowing things up, and 16 gems is still going to be blowing up a lot of the board. Then we've got Phoenicia, which I crafted not too terribly long ago. She gets, that's always nice, but she gets double damage if there's a firestorm, so you really need to use Sunspear with this team. And then I threw Hyndla in there as a little extra damage, and plus she summons. So we're gonna give this a try. Nope, she's element. Okay, come on. And I have not tried this team either. So here we go. I love blowing things up because it's fun. Ooh, match 4. Let's give this a try. That's fun. I like it. I'm thinking this team is probably only going to be good for lower levels because Phoenicia is kind of limited to how much damage she can do. Rowanne is probably going to be your best bet, but she's not as fun for me. So I'm not real sure what I'm going to settle on. And I may come up with something totally different for the higher levels for later on in the event. But these are the 4 I've come up with for now. And we're going to hit you. Smack y'all with a little Phoenicia here. Boom! Yes! Okay, let's go ahead and do one more level 85 here. And then we'll finish up this video. We'll see what other kind of trouble I can get into. Do, do, do. There we go. Kapow! Hyndla, sure. Success. Alright, that is all I have for you for now. I hope it was helpful, and we will see you all later. Have a good one, and talk to you later. Bye-bye.